my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm Rhonda with Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. This could be maybe my second or third time going live this year. And we are going into the seventh month. June is my birthday month. Happy birthday to, and you know what's so funny? I'm going live right now, and the kitty cat's right here talking to me. I don't know what it is with her, how it probably bothers her with me looking at the screen and she wants to meow. Like, I don't know what's going on. But let me check my cell phone. I got my little desk behind me. Um, I've changed some things around, just trying to get acclimated to my new area, my new space, and trying to check and make sure everything is copacetic. Copacetic, baby, copacetic. And it looks like it is. I'm just checking, making sure. And there's my cat. Hi, baby. My cat's talking to me. Oh my goodness, she's talking to me. Hey, Daydream, what's up? Hi, can you hear me okay over there? And the cat? Can you hear me and the cat? Because, the cat is extra. So the cat has to. Hi, baby. Oh, she's just want to talk. I don't know what it is about her knowing about me talking. And you hear me? Great, great. Oh, yes, she's precious. She's precious. I am just trying to, I haven't been live, I think maybe two times this year. And that's really unusual for me. But I needed that. I needed that 6 months. Just just relaxing and chilling. So, how have you been, Daydream? How have you been? I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you, making sure my hair, took my hair down to breathe. They can't see you on here, baby. You want to come say hi? You can say hi because they can't see you. It's pointing this way. Say hi, honey.
Hey, honey.
Oh, this honey saying hi. That's honey saying hi. So I'm just looking around, making sure everything is copacetic. I'm great. I'm having some trauma flashbacks. Really? You want to talk to me about those trauma flashbacks? And while you're talking about trauma flashbacks, while you're processing some things, I'm going to also share with you to let you know that um, what's wrong with being sensitive, Auntie? It's nothing wrong with being sensitive. And there are times when, hi, baby, come here. Oh, this is Nippy, everybody. Nippy. This is Nippy, everybody. She's the talkative one. Hey, Jameson, what's up? Oh, my God, Jameson. You know what? I enjoy talking to you all the time in the chat. And that's special for me. And to actually see you in the chat room and connecting with you makes me just even more closer because it's an energy thing with me. It really is. It's an energy thing. I feel it. I feel what you've been going through. I mean, I have experience helping with people that have been going through things. And now that I'm retired, I'm still in connection with myself, my husband, and the more important things in life, but also connecting with people that are online, my friends. Yeah, Jameson, it's beautiful to actually voice and talk to you and connect in like real time. So I'm excited. I get excited all the time. I used to go live a lot last year. This year, for almost 7 months, I've just not really chilled, but just trusting myself to hear myself think and get not really get my sleeping patterns in order, and not trying to lock myself into something that has to be controlled, but really just trying to see What is meant for me to hear that I'm not hearing when I'm too busy? So, what I was sharing with Daydream 1990s, again, welcome so much, is I have been tapping into a lot through my dreams. And all of my dreams have been about family. It has taken me back to my grandmother's house when I used to live there when I was 6, 7, 8 years old. I'm actually, what's amazing about my dreams. I got cat hair on me. Sorry. Oh my God. I love I love my cats. But when I'm live, you all will see me do this, and I'm not trying to make faces. I'm just trying to get the hair out of my eyes because I have a fan blowing on me. So when they stand in front of the fan, it's like, and plus I have a brush here on a hook. I have a brush here. It's a cat brush, and I have to brush him, especially if there's that time of year. But 5 minutes and 53 seconds into Rhonda's lovely sparks. I want to shout out Daydream 1990s and address some issues that she's going through. And everybody, please just feel free to talk to me and chat with me because usually I don't have a platform that I lay out. And usually, what the topic is, I'll go do that. But not really. I just go with the chat's flow. And I want to shout out to Michael Donna. What's up? Michael Donna. What's up? Yeah, there's some history there. Honey, say hi. Yeah, there's some dancing history there. He's my choreographer. We missed you last night. Yeah, I got so many things to say. That's why I do plan, if I can, I do plan to be on here for a long time. So, y'all, I got some things going on. I got some things going on, baby. If you all can tell, I've been working on some fresh new promos, some things that are more about me, all of me. Why don't you take all of me? Can't you see? I'm nothing without you. Take my hand. I no longer need them. Boom, bum, ba, dum, bum. Baby, take all of me. So, 7 months, 6 months, I have been incognito. And what that means is this really love? Hey, Lola, hot sauce. Yeah, she's Lola Hot Sauce. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Michael Dana. Shout out to Lola. Shout out to Daydream 1990s and Jameson Taylor. So, Lola, okay, Mike says Lola, Asia, Reese's, Tracy, we're wondering if you fell asleep and forgot about your dinner premiere. Oh, yeah. So, thank you, Lola. Thank you, Tracy, for sending me an email. I was knocked the freak out. And I'm so sorry. I feel since I've been retired, I feel so incompetent. My whole life, I've had to deal with making sure that I was at work at least 30 minutes early, sometimes a couple of hours early. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is so cool. I didn't make it yesterday on time. I didn't even show up. So let me tell y'all what's doing a daydream. Hang around. I'm going to talk to you. I want to talk to you about how do you deal with having some trauma flashbacks. And we were talking about dreams earlier and how to connect with your life today and how to also connect with the present and making it present instead of going back in the past and then dealing with those past traumas. So I'm going to really talk to also daydream about that. But going back to let y'all know about the channel. Oh, hello everybody. I just love you so much. Daydream says, I was always called dramatic as a kid. Middle school was hard, and 8th year was the hardest. And this was when I was also going through problems at home and school, and it was tons of tears. Let me share with what you're going through. Do you see me? Huh? I'm happy, right? What I'm letting you know is that what you're going through, I've been through so many things so similar. And what I went through all these years to get to that place that is my happy place is that I put the work in. And the number one work was believing in myself, having faith that something great was going to be coming to me, having faith even when I had nothing, still having faith. Even when I knew that on that road when I was homeless, it was just, I'm currently at the dentist mom office, mom, dad having work done. Hey, Mike, I just love my Mike. Mike is so dedicated helping his parents. And I know they appreciate it. I'm just hoping they just appreciate it. I know they do. And Daydream said, yes, usually I'm happy too. I still have my flashbacks here and there. I do too. And I'm going to talk about that because I have flashbacks too. I'm having a lot of them in my dreams. But I will tell you how I'm going to handle that in just a moment and keep typing and keep chatting with me and don't stop. Because also, when you continuously chat, when you continuously write to me, it helps my algorithms. It doesn't help tremendously, but it does help. It shows an active community. And also, not only because of analytics, but because it helps you get some things off of your chest that also that I can read so I can, really tap into your energy and see what's going on and start thinking some things. I don't have a list of things right here. It's some notes that I've been taking and actually studying. Here it is. So all these months I've been studying, and this says how to rank number one at YouTube search. And I do a lot of writing, handwriting. It's my therapy. I have a computer. I do a lot of keyboarding and typing, but I do writing, and it's a part of my therapy daydream, right? Jameson, all of you all. And I lost that since I've been retired 5 years, and I lost a lot of my finger strength. What kind of dog did you have? Lola. Lola lost a dog. I'm sorry, Lola. Um, that's hard because I look at Martha every day. It's like, how can I cope with that? I just don't think about it. I'm in denial. I'd rather be in denial. Welcome back, Jameson. I love you so much. What kind of dog did you have? Says Mike Aldana. And I'm sorry that you lost your dog. Well, I'm sorry because, oh my God. And I think it's so weird that I didn't know you had a fur baby. That's why we all have something in common. We have our fur babies, right? And they matter to us. Um, I wanted to read something. Mike, Lola says, Mike, he was a good loving pit bull. Oh, very sweet, well behaved. And we had to, oh, I'm sorry, you had to put him down. Oh, I'm sorry. And Jameson said, and all this Jenna Ortega stuff is a scam to me. And James says, I feel like I love her. Let's see here. I see you, Jenna. I mean, Janus. Sorry. You somebody else put that in my head. Rtega. Okay. Okay. I'll have to look at that Jenna Ortega thing because I'm not up on that because I have been really tapping into some other things. But hey, Lola, I have something for you, okay, that I pulled up. I'm going to read to you. I hope this helps. I'm 23 and she's 22. Oh, Jameson, you're so young, little young whippersnapper. You have a mature energy. You're so young, such a baby. A prayer for comfort after losing a dog. Okay, this is for you, Lola. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Loving spirit of all creation. Thank you for the gift of loyal companionship. And in this moment of sorrow, wrap your peace. Wrap your peace around this grieving heart. May the memories of wagging tails and joyful licks brings warmth through the ache. Bless this beloved soul who gave only one, who walked beside us, beside you with quiet wisdom, and boundless joy. May healing come gently to you, Lola, and may love endure beyond the pain. Let us hold close the knowing that love once shared is never truly lost. Amen. I wanted to share that with you. Um, it's a prayer for comfort after losing a dog. Loving spirit of all creation. I found that, and I've been trying to kind of build and read some things, not to say to get prepared for not to get prepared for losing Martha, but just preparing my spirit. In case these things happen, it's going to be very hard. Martha is one of 5 cats I have. So hopefully those words help, Lola. And I wonder if you're going to buy a new one, because I do remember now. I do recall you had a sweet pit bull. My daughter loves pit bulls. I love them too. So I wonder if you're going to buy you another one. I'm curious. Curious. Yeah. Daydream says, I developed a self injury problem in my teenage years, and it started in 8th grade year. Um, and then Lola says, all of a sudden he was good 2 weeks ago, and he was 14 years old. Oh, wow. You know, uh, I have so much to talk about, but I also want to share. I don't know if you all can hear me okay. Can y'all hear me okay without my mouth so close to the mic? Yeah, I'm so sorry. My heart hurts for you, Lola. So, I told you I worked for George Foreman, the boxer, heavyweight champion. But I talk about him sometimes because in a lot of my dreams, I see him in my dreams as very realistic. Um, I resigned from working for him because it was, oh, baby, don't tilt that over. Because it was healthier for me not to work for him anymore, right? And what is so amazing, and just sharing some things, uh, daydream and just like coping mechanisms, right? That I used just working for a famous person just because they're famous, or because they have a lot of money, or because they did some things for you and you feel you owe them something back. And rest in peace, George. Um, but to let you know, I've been watching Ashley, and she's been covering P. Diddy. I have not watched anything else on any other thing about P. Diddy. No, I just watch Ashley because that's too much. And I just started watching her cover P. Diddy's case. Her name is Ashley Banfield. Um, and I like how she talks about it because she talks about the facts. Okay, my cat is very heavy. She's very heavy, so she tilted the thing over. It's okay, baby. Just don't climb up there again. Got this for my birthday from my best friend in California. Um, got this from my daughters. Love you, Mom. Don't climb back up there, Martha. Don't climb back up there. She's gonna probably not pay attention to me. But how does this all tie in? And my 30-something years, this is concerning you too, Jameson, everybody out there working and dealing with people. 30-something years working in admin. Rhonda, I sent you a picture. Oh, you sent him an email or text? Um, I'm trying to address some things right now as I do my live stream. When someone talks to me, I stop and I pay attention because I think it's important. Text, okay. This must be a new table. Yeah, it's a table I've had for a long time, Mike. And my husband ended up buying that for me months ago. It sits on the bed because I've moved from the living room to my bedroom to help me with my, my back and my posture and just doing some self, meditation and resting and some self healing and things like that while I'm dealing with back pain. I'm looking up the picture Lola says she sent me because I had to stop what I'm doing so I could pay attention. Uh, Somehow I don't know why okay, here it is. I got it under Lola hot sauce. Oh, sorry, Lola. I'm not trying to call you. Sorry. I'm not trying to call you. I'm still getting used to my new phone. It's an affordable phone. It's an Android, by the way. Can't afford an iPhone. I'm not going to spend that much money on it. Okay, sorry, Lola. I'm trying to still getting used to this. Lola, Lola hot sauce. She's my baby. Okay, here it is. I found it. Oh, how sweet. I just want to mash my face in his face and go, what a cute pup. Oh, wow. She's so cute. Mwah. Look at that cute nose. I just want, oh. Look at Jeffrey. What's up? Hello, Jeffy Pooh. Hit those likes because I haven't hit my like yet. I hadn't hit my like yet. So thank you for sharing that sweet picture with me, and let me know if you heard of that prayer that I read to you, uh, for you about your lost pup. I read a prayer to you, so um, but just give you some quick tools too. And I know Daydream. You're welcome. I know Daydream. Yeah, go boogies! Yeah. I mean, I got a sack full of bras here from last season that I have not been able to throw at the ceiling fan. Usually, I do that when we get, a touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys, and I haven't been able to do that because we didn't make that many touchdowns. So I have some carryover bras. I'm lying, but I'd like to think I do. Where I throw to the ceiling and scream and blah 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 blah. So I'm really looking forward to our Dallas Cowboys and what we're doing. But just quickly go over some things too for Jameson. Know your values. Pursue purpose over perfection. Connect with others. Stay in the present. Leave a legacy. Grow through challenges. Remember those things. Living a meaningful life, and that's what I want to talk about today too. Later, because chat is first and chat is always first through everything. Hey, hey, Lola, playing your theme music. What? I found that song too. I found that song about, and I said, Andre, is this the one that Mark plays for Lola? He's like, yeah, yeah, that's the one. Andre, is that how you sound? Is that how you sound? Lola said hi. He said hi, Lola. Everybody said hi, Jeff and everybody. Jeff, Chris, Lola, Asia was here earlier. Tracy, probably taking a nap. He'll be back. He was with me this morning. Michael, Donna, Reese's Cup was here earlier. Did I say Lola? Daydream 1990s. Everybody, hello. Hello. Oh, Blue Oyster Cult. What? What? When you say oysters, I just like, oh, New Orleans char-broiled oysters. Yum! Aphrodisiac. Hell yeah, some good stuff. Hey, Jeff Lee, sweetheart. Jeff Lee, sounds good. Char-broiled oysters out of New Orleans. New Orleans. La 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 la, yeah, yeah, baby, I feel like singing. So, living a life without drama, you're better off just not getting involved. Just be honest. True. Boobies up and away. Fly away. Fly, fly, fly away. Even though mine's are not flying right now, they're relaxed since I've been retired. Andre, I have some cough drops. Okay, Andre, Lola has a question for you. She says, how do you feel about probably they will hire Don Stanley for head coach for the Knicks? He said he's really not even investigating anything about the Knicks yet. Okay, you get your answer? You got them on lockdown. They're not on lockdown at all. They're free. They're free, Jeff. A woman coach, Andre. Okay, he said, oh, yeah, I heard about that. So he said he thinks it's good and he likes it. He just said it. And Michael Don says the Knicks hiring a female head coach for basketball. And Jeff says, hi, Andre. He goes, hi. And then Lola says he better because his Giants ain't winning. She goes, you better because your Giants ain't winning. He goes, that's what I think. That's what it sounds like to me. I'm in front of my window, got my curtains open. Oh, what a beautiful day. And I said, Jeff Lee. I don't know, is that sharks? Hey, your house looks beautiful. Thank you, baby. Blue velvet. Thank you, honey. I'm in the bedroom. And I was telling Michael Donna, Andre bought this for me. It's a little soft pillowy thing. You sit on the bed, so while you're sitting on the bed, you have your little working thing. So I have my little table on wheels. It's all wooden. It's nice. It's adjustable. And I slide it by my bed. I slide it around. It has all my stuff on it. I got to take a picture of it so I can show y'all. And Mike says, I guess the bright lights of MSG must not be too bright if they are going that route. Jeff Lee says, hi, BV. BV says, hi, Jeff. And then Lola answers Mike and says, she a dog, but let's see if that even happens. Okay, so y'all got me so curious. You know, I get very curious when y'all talk about sports. Because, Andre, is it football right around the corner? Football's right around the corner. Preseason games. So, yeah, I better get warmed up for being live. I've been in this room for 6 months, working, relaxing, repositioning my body, my back, and, you know, doing exercises and stretches on my bed, and working from my bed and making it fun, not bringing work to bed and making it dramatic or stressful. And for almost 7 months, July is right around the corner. Is it tomorrow? I don't know. What does it mean when your eye twitches? Does it mean I'm going to be a millionaire? I did get a check in the mail. I did. I got a check in the mail. And it's a check. Seriously, yesterday. It says care.com refund administrator. It's $40-something. Yeah. The Federal Trade Commission against care.com. Oh. Online platform, $41.77. There was a lawsuit brought by the FTC. The FTC says care.com misled workers about how many jobs they were available on the platform and how much they could earn, costing a lot of people a lot of time and money. Our records show that you paid care.com for membership, are entitled to a payment from this settlement. Huh. So maybe my eye was twitching because I got some money that nice that out of nowhere you get a check from a lawsuit that you're not aware about. Yay! Okay, so Chris May said he needs a new back. You know what, y'all? I gotta take my mic off so I could talk to y'all personally. Because you know when I get close and personal, there's something I gotta tell you. I really feel when I used to sit in a Walmart parking lot. I don't get on the road anymore, but I would sit in the car, and that's the most entertaining stuff you could ever see is sitting in the car in the parking lot. I didn't get it from Mark yet, but I did get the shirt that he made for me. So you need to get on his patootie. And you look at the Walmart people walking by, it's entertaining like a mofo, right? Plus, I've been working on cussing. Oh, yes. And I've seen a lot of women that are, majority of women that are walking, and Lola knows, not that Lola's walking like this, but Lola knows what I'm going to talk about. She knows what I'm going to say. You know, when you go through life as a woman, there's a lot of extracurricular activities can also, hurt our backs. And we blame it on that too, because so much, Jeff Lee says, maybe that's the shirt. No, he sent me that shirt a long time ago. No, he didn't send it to me. Let's get it correct. That was a shirt that I won a while back. Oh my God. Okay, please don't tilt my table over, please. Even though I do like the cat in the background, don't y'all? Up and down with the boobies. No, no, no. No, 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 Jeff. No, no, no. Oh, hello, Nigel, Mr. 90s. What's up? What's up, baby? Heavy in the front and back. So it's a lot of extracurricular that we have to think about as women, things we go through. Because, yeah, and just additional, I worked on a ranch. I did a lot of heavy lifting. There's things you don't pay attention to when there's cows you're dealing with and horses and lifting hay and feed sacks. And trust me, I tried not to do it, but there's sometimes emergency happens where you can't help but to kick in a higher drive and save a life or keep something from rolling back on you and things like that. It knocks your back out of whack. So, but I did too have two full-time jobs where I lifted a lot of people, a lot of bodies. I worked also as a second job lifting seniors. And yeah, I used a lift, what's it called? Hoyer lift. And when they would get it, and most of the times I used my back. Bye, Jeff. I love you. Go and take a nap now, buddy. Have a wonderful time. The Booby Man is out, everybody. Plus, the Booby Man does really great art. Can you be a little bit more discreet? Okay, we got OnlyFans going on, y'all. OnlyFans, look. This doesn't fall. OnlyFans, y'all. OnlyFans. She's cleaning herself in front of everybody. Hoist. Yeah, Hoyer lift. I'm sorry about your doll. Yes, Lola. Yes. I didn't know if you wrote that if you're going to get another puppy, that would be awesome. Let me know. And then heavy in the front and in the back, yeah. But it is because of lifting bodies my whole life. And it is when I was really taken advantage of working in an office. I was a receptionist / administrative, blah, 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 and all things. You know how back then they took advantage of us employees, right? Oh, thank you, Jeff. Yeah, that kind of looks like mine. My nipple's a little bit more centered. Sometimes my TMI. Sorry. TMI. I didn't mean that. I'm so sorry. What I meant was sometimes they have this personality where they want to look left or right. I was trying to turn on my husband, right? I do it all the time. But one day I was trying to turn him on, and I was trying to, like, la 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 la. You're right, right? Well, it was pointing this way, and I'm like, where's that little MFer at? So I thought, well, right, Andre? My thingy was pointing the other way, and I couldn't find it. It didn't seem to mind. He didn't mind. I'd be looking for something in the mail, my beautiful Lola. I'm send some to you. Okay? My Lola sweetheart. What do I need to do to get her more on? Oops. I'm trying to get the cat. Lola's laughing. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that. Usually I'm more discreet, and I'll say things like, but it came out. It's been a while. It's been a while. Ew! 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 Jeff. Someone order Jeff some ice, please. Clean up on aisle 9. Get him some ice, because he's got problems. He's got problems. Well, let's change the topic. How about that? How about that? Let's change the topic. So we're talking about check from a lawsuit. We've been trying to see if I can make Lola laugh a little bit more. It's going to take a while to grieve. Of course, it's probably something that you will, that you forever grieve about, because I don't know when I do lose Mothra or any of my cat, I look at them all the time, and I don't think about it, but I do think about, you can't help sometimes, I think about it and go, how I'm going to live without them. I'm just trying to, right now, I got going to take a nap. Okay, sweet dreams, booby man. I'm rolling my eyes. Okay, so I'm playing some relaxing music in the background, so I will accidentally, that's Nippy. That's Nippy. Everybody. Trying to tell y'all can see her. That's Nippy, everybody. Got my pillows and everything. Nippy is very, very close to me too. Nippy. Don't roll them eyes. Oh, go to bed, booby man. What was I talking about? We're talking about basketball. Talking to Andre. He's in the living room. I'm in the bedroom. My daughter's got this for me. I love it so much. Trying to set the props up nice for y'all, BV. Blue Velvet and all of y'all. Thank you so much for being here. So I was talking about something. We're talking about, just praying for Lola, because we know she's hurting. She's lost a very close family member. Very close family member. I would tell Nicole, oh, yeah, tell her I said hi. Tell her I said hello, sweetheart. Let's see. Hello, baby. Oh, sorry. Okay, get back up here. Whoops. Hello, baby. Come on. You can get back up there. Come on. Ah. Sometimes when you put them back up there, they won't stay. But we'll see what she does. Nope, she's not going to stay. What you missed? Fat. She's fat. That's Nippy. She's the youngest of the crew of 5. She was the last one born out of the crew. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. This is Nippy. Hi, Nippy. She loves her belly being rubbed. Probably not. Probably not. Sometimes, just depends. Um. So what I was saying, shout out to Michael Donna, Jeff Lee, and Chris May, and Tracy Williamson, and Asia, and BV, and Najalista. And Lola said, I'm at work with an earbud in my ear. Listen to you. Oh, Lola. Oh, that means I got to sing. That means I got to sing to her. Haven't sung to you in a while. I've been caught up in some really cool music, like listen to the Eagles. The Eagles, Don Henley, years ago, back in the 90s, he autographed a guitar for me to have for a silent auction for Habitat for Humanity. I used to be board member for Habitat for Humanity, used to raise money, and he autographed a guitar. Yeah, big deal back then. But always, I know, like all of us, we always had famous people in our life, right? We always bumped into somebody famous. That's pretty cool. That means they're doing the good work and staying in touch with us. F the Eagles. Sorry, I know you didn't mean the football team. Yeah, F the Eagles. It'll be nice if so far no Eagles fans have wrenches, but again, there's some Eagles subscribers here. One, I think, probably some more that's lurking, but the ones I'm aware of, I think she has a wrench and she's cool. So, but I agree with my girl, 1000%. Oh no, not Leo. Oh, sorry, Leo, if you're lurking in the back. Sorry, but not sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. LOL. Chris is like LOL. So I was reading something also. Nodulis and Daydream, my sister, you're having PTSD flashback. Aunt Rhonda, you helping her? Yes. Uh, so what I've been working on to make this too about what I've been not saying working on, but I believe it or not, what really helps me is my husband. He answers the phone calls. He makes sure I have uninterrupted sleep. He makes sure I get solid rest. We have a stress-free life. Yes, we're talking about it now, Nodulista. We have a stress-free life, no drama. Uh, hello, baby. What you jumping for? Um, I want to see what was my title. To look and see what my title is too. Rhonda's lovely sparks. Thank you so much, Lola. Lola's at work. She's got me in her ear. That means I can't be saying no nasty things, which I never planned that. Anyway, stress free and underwear free. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see it. Hot topics: how to live a meaningful life without drama. So, um, anyone you has ever self-harmed or felt suicidal? Mark goes out. Lola says, yes, you can. You can. Nobody can hear you but me. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to talk about, and again, follow everything that the chat is doing. Okay. So, we've said that before. You're not interrupting me. I don't believe in when I go live and stuff that oh, it's all about me talking. No, we're going to engage. I always said that my chat room is the cherry on top. Y'all, this is not going to stay. So I'm trying to look cute here for y'all. Trying to have something in the background. Um, so let me fix my dress. Huh, not to bore anybody, because Chris says eagles can fly away. The commodes, he says commanders, can flush themselves down the toilet. And Lois says kids now do that. I can't believe they're so young. You know, my grandson, he's 7 years old, Tristan, and he has a phone. And he knows how to use the phone better than I can use my phone. Basically, too, the title I had on here was, and you're not interfering, I'll remind you again, uh, is how to live a meaningful life without drama. Okay? And all of that ties into daydream, nodulista, everybody, me, all of us. We already know the answers. We're smart people. Sometimes hearing it from someone else gives us another ear to listen from, right? And I'm not going to beat the dead horse, if that makes any sense to anybody out there. But it takes work every day. I always talk about when I was homeless, because it's one of those great things that I was able to truly overcome. And homeless, bad things happen to good people. And then when you have something, where you feel that you're self-inflicting, you really need to follow through very quickly with your counselor, with your group, with your support group, with whoever is your ally. Because something could be happening where, if you're on medication, it's possible you need to take something in additional. Sometimes doctors, they just can't fix everything about you, right? They'll prescribe something for you, but they can't fix everything about you. So you have to call and tell them, this is what I'm feeling. And what they could do is upgrade the medication, make it more affordable, add a B12 vitamin, and they could prescribe it for you. It could have something to do with your digestive system, because from what I know about daydream, I believe there's some eating challenges. And sometimes with stress, depression, things like that, has a lot to do with stomach absorption. So stomach absorption, the vitamin D, believe it or not, helps with that. Because if people are allergic to milk, you can drink almond milk. The same time vitamin D can help you. And a lot of young ladies need to get tested for hormones. A lot of people thinking, well, people my age, get on the hormones. Just wait till you're age. No. We have, things have been updated where men and women have suffered with hormonal issues our whole life. Everybody who knows me out there, and ones who don't, let me tell you, I do movie watch parties. And I do movie watch parties to help people decompress, to have fun, to engage, to relax, to put yourself in another position to have friends and chat and feel you're in a safe place, that you have control, and at the same time to put your mind somewhere where it takes it away from whatever that you could be suffering from. My movie watch parties is a prescription, and it's a healthy prescription. So I ask everybody, please be a part of it, because you would be surprised what you could feel and learn by getting the polls, getting the polls from me, fun facts. And also I put in there the superstars, the celebrities, what they go through, what they went through at that time when it came to Cary Grant, when it came to Betty Davis, when it came to other great actors and actresses, Amos and Andy. A lot of people back then did not talk about depression and didn't know how to talk about it. And plus, they were shamed. They were shamed, and mostly all of them had problems. But did you know the majority of the celebrities back then died from heart attacks, heart conditions? Because they didn't understand. Like now, we can talk about it. We can have more control of our health care. We can get online. We can look at our blood work. We can request more blood work. You don't just have to, do blood work based upon what the doctor says. You could say, well, can you check my blood work for such and such cancer? Because they're not going to do it unless you direct them. Direct your doctor. Direct your doctor. Help your doctor know you because they're not with you. And let me tell you something, the best person that knows how to care about you is a person's living with you all day, every day. Because people have a habit of hiding things, especially seniors. They'll put on this face so everything just seems okay. And when they see you, they're possibly not lying. They're probably really, really feel excited and happy when they see you. That's an endorphin thing. They're excited and they love you. And they don't feel, a lot of times, they don't want to feel like they're wasting your time telling you, oh, my back hurts, my wrist hurts. I have this rash going on my legs because, I'm not able to take a bath. But this is every age can suffer from that. And this is when I mentioned about George Foreman, who I worked for, and that's where I was, about working for someone who was wealthy. Now, mind you, it meant something to me, but I knew George Foreman when I was a little girl, right? My dad used to take care of his lions. He had one lion and two tigers. He had one male and two females. And my dad, he was laid off from work, and George Foreman was jogging down the road, and he always admired my dad's yard. My dad had like a 5-acre front yard, and he would push that lawn back then. He was young. He pushed that big ass pasture, which was our front yard. And we kept it so beautiful. We had over 100 different species of birds, which were peacocks. We had ducks, geese, guineas, chickens, different breeds of chickens, and we had turkeys, and we just had a little bit of everything. And we lived off the land. We had a cow, one Jersey cow, and that cow would give us so much milk that we had to share that milk with the chickens and the pigs. We had pigs. It seemed fun. It was a lot of hard work that also had contributed to the back issues that I have today, right? What I'm trying to get to, you just got to be patient with me as I get to, because all this is relevant. So a lot of people, they get caught up in just because someone is famous and got a lot of money and things like that, that you feel obligated more. Ready? P. Diddy. I've been listening to the case not because of the sex part. I mean, that has a lot to do with it. It has a lot to do with it too. Just trying to figure out what Astroglide and baby oil. What the freak is that? Oh wow. Okay. Not that I'm interested. I mean, I do have some oil. Uh, Speaking about oil, it's Cocoa Radiant Intensive Care, and I put it on my skin. Smells so good. It's 100% cocoa butter, but I don't use it for like how P Diddy uses it. So, but what got me really interested in listening to the case was how there were some similar things that I had experienced while working for rich people in my life and with George Foreman. Not the baby oil, not the sex, not all that. Thank God I was strong enough to not be a part of rich people's games because they get bored. Rich people get thirsty. I don't care who they are. They get bored and they get thirsty. So if you look at a lot of my past lives, you will see me talking about that. Not because I like talking about George Foreman, not because he was all that in a bag of chips. I talk about it because what I added to his life. what I had contributed to his life and the things that I've learned and how strong I was, right? So this is not about belittling him and messing up his what he's contributed to the world. I'm just talking about realistic living life stuff, right? So I made a lot of decisions not to compromise myself working for him, because a man is a man is a man. And we could talk about that more in detail. But the things that were familiar with how I made $8.25 when I worked for him, right? Yeah, we could say that P. Diddy paid his people $100,000, $500,000, but what were they doing? They were part of cleaning up baby oil and skeet skeet on the walls, to the windows, to the wall, till the sweat dropped down. Go skeet 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 skeet, mother. Right? So there's a lot of more things. But I also recall when I worked for George Foreman, this has everything to do with what we're talking about, nodulista daydreams too, about your situation. How back then I handled things so I could at least live happy. And that's what my life is about today, right? How to live a meaningful life. Put the work in now, and you don't have to turn it into work, make it fun. But he didn't want to pay me my worth. I didn't know anything. I was in my mid-30s. I was caught up in the things that they sell to you, which are the perks. But also, I was well grounded. I was a well grounded, still am, a well grounded, smart woman. Prepared and ready for bullish, right? But also trusting in myself, knowing that I could do a wonderful job and even probably teach him something. Okay? So there were some things like he made a promise of paying a bonus. He didn't do it after he won the fight with Michael Moore. He lied. Little white lie. Little things that when you see people will manipulate you, they keep you thirsty. Like, I'm going to keep you lingering because I'm going to feed you a little bit of hope to think that you might get a piece of this wealth. And the wealth is the wealth that I earned. Long story short, after all the long drama that I've mentioned in other lives, is so much to talk about. But circling back is that there are people in your life that will use their power to manipulate you. It could be parents, it could be bosses, it could be a woman, it could be a man. It could be anything out there that you feel that you probably respect to a certain extent. That how do you get your power from that? Feeling, daydream, nodulista, everybody. It's that when you see that something is crossing the line and you feel that your life is put in a position where you feel like you're compromising yourself, and it's something that doesn't make you feel good, get out. And trust me, make that decision. Sign in at another school. Move. Find a place of shelter for homeless people that helps you, like I did, helped me for 60 or 90 days. A program where I met the criteria, which was also Salvation Army Family Center. That's in Arlington, Texas. That's sponsored by the Dallas Cowboys. It's in Arlington, probably not even 5 miles, 2 miles from the stadium. That's where I stayed. And I worked in that program to help me become more self-sufficient. Destiny's Child. Hi, I'm Destiny. I'm new to your channel. Hey, Destiny's Child. Hello, beautiful. I love that name. Welcome, my love. So happy to see you. I love that name too. Because, girl, think about Beyonce. She's my favorite. Everybody, y'all want to take a water break? Drink your water. I always take water breaks over here. So I plan to be. I'm 25. Welcome, baby. You know what? I'm going to tell you what's so beautiful. Drink some water. I was looking at my analytics. And do you know that I have a higher percentage of people from 18 years old to 35 years old? I have a lot of men. I have a lot of women. It's balanced really well. I got a lot of people in their 60s. It's so great to see our young folks coming here and bonding with you all, with Nodulista 90s. You still there? Daydream 1990s and welcome Nodulista 90s. And it's probably the way I'm able to appeal to people younger, way younger than me, because I have grown ass daughters. I have one that's like 30. I have one like 30. I think she's like 32 now. Good age. And I have one's 35, and I can't believe my daughters are 30 something. Y'all need to check out, subscribe to my channel. Every week, every day, I post something pertaining. Every day is a weekly thing that I post. Okay. And so I would tell you my schedule. Yeah, I know I have a schedule here. So Sunday, the golden age of glam, which is on Sundays. Thank you so much for Destiny Child for being here and everybody. What that means, it's cat celebrities and their friends, right? I didn't post that yesterday, but I'll catch up and post that sometime this week. 46 when season starts. Yay, baby! And I turned 59 years old on June 6th. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Hello, my lovies. I have Mondays, but if I can't do it on Monday, I'll definitely do it that week. Rhonda's Family Frames, which is pictures of my family. I post a picture of my daughter and my husband's bio, which I have to upgrade again because I remembered, oh my God. Yeah, my husband used to sing doo-wop on the corner, the streets with his friends. I added that. And then he told me some other cool things that his mother knew of Lou Costello's mother. His mother knew Lou Costello's mother. And what she used to do, Andre, share recipes? Lou Costello's mother shared recipes with your mom? What'd she do? So Lou Costello's mother was a neighbor of your mom, and she taught my mother-in-law, Andre's mom, how to cook spaghetti. Lou Costello's mom, Lou Costello's from Patterson, and they have a statue there. So cool little fun fact, right? And I don't watch Love Island, girl. I've been caught up in pop, pop, pop the balloon, pop, 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 pop the balloon. And Dirty Sanchez, he has permission, of course. He doesn't need permission, okay? But he can do dirty jokes here. Or whatever he wants. Oh, you don't know? I've heard about that. I heard about Love Island. It looks fascinating to me, actually. But I've been into pop, 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 pop the balloon. And I love Pointer, The Last Talk Show. I love Arlette Amoli, Pop the Balloon. I love Nuns Mirage from Africa, Nigeria. She is the person who started the Pop the Balloon. America got that from her. And it's very fun to watch. And plus she talks to me. She'll chat with me, y'all. She's an amazing woman. And I like the man from Jamaica. Hey, welcome back, Jameson. Dirty Sanchez. I just love my dirty. Oh, he's so dirty. He's so dirty. Dirty Sanchez is dirty. And I love it. And I think he's dirtier than I am. I mean, people call me dirty. I don't think I'm dirty. I think I am I'm just like honest about things and I'm comfortable with talking about things. So I don't think I'm dirty. I don't think when we talk about things like Dirty Sanchez said something yesterday about was about Momo shaving his butthole and I, 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 it didn't bother me. I didn't cringe or anything. I thought it was pretty cool. I I think I'm both. Me too. I think I'm just natural. I think I'm just that type of lady who just talks about things. I'm cool with it. Okay, and then Tuesday's family frames, which is intimate pictures. When I say intimate, I'm talking about my family. Tuesday's retro ride spotlight, which is going to spotlight. Check out the community tab. That's where I post it. It spotlights vintage cars, which I love. Uh, hey, Tay Cowboys, what's up? Yay! We got a party. Come on, baby, get on it. Hubby is awake, but we can still get nasty. Evening, hon. I caught you today. I'm on my break. How's everyone? Hello. We shout out to Asia, Tracy Lee Williamson, Blue Velvet, Chris May, Jeff Lee, Lola, Hot Sauce. Nodulus the 90s, Daydream 1990s, Destiny's Child. What's up, baby? Dirty, dirty. He's so dirty. Sanchez, Jameson Taylor, Tay Cowboys. Did I miss anybody? Hope I didn't. Hope I didn't. Jeff Lee. He said he went to go take a nap. The boob band's in the house. Michael Donna. Michael Donna. I think Michael Donna's off today. He's spending some quality time with your girl and all of us. Yay! I'm just scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. I am checking to make sure I haven't missed anyone. Oh. So, yeah, everybody, prayers for my Lola. She lost her fur baby, family member. I miss everyone. Some long days and long nights. Oh, baby. Take Cowboys. I just love you so much. Oh, my God. Connecting with you all in chat is amazing, but talking to you all while I'm live streaming is more amazing than ever. And then, of course, Wednesdays, Chef Hubby. Chef Andre's Wednesdays, Dish of the Week. Dish of the Week. I used to do Thursdays, Cowboy Legacy Thursdays. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue that. But in case I just, and then Catterday Meow comedy and some things like that. So I'm trying not to get, overwhelm myself. But to be honest with you, I type fast and it's really easy. But I think I'm just trying to feel the culture. It seems like you all definitely like Andre's dishes. You all like to see my family frames, which is pictures of my family, my daughters, hubby, his family, my nephew got his master's. He graduated from college. Yay, shout out. And let y'all see a more intimate part of my life that, yeah, pinch me. I'm human. I'm human. I'm human. I'm all that. Red bone girl. Red bone got family roots from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Texas. That's right. Red bone girl. A red bone girl. So I wanted to share with you about the channel. Also, we're going to get back on that topic too for Daydreams in 1990s, talking about what we have learned throughout our life and making sure that we continue to stay present. Even though we've been through some things in the past, do not shame yourself for that, but also stay present. I talked about George Foreman. I talked about some things I did not like too well. And how I was able to fix that problem is that I resigned working for him, right? We can resign. We can move most of the times. We can change. We can change the clothes we don't like. Usually we do have those options. Okay. Nodulus, does anyone, if you has ever harmed or felt suicidal, my heart goes out. I know we have Asia that has been open about it, and she has shared with her struggles. And Nodulus Anani, she is getting her therapy, and she stays with that. And I think she has a group where she talks to, and she has someone she can call on the phone. Uh, she doesn't mind me talking about that because she's given me permission to talk about that. And we've been working very close. It's very important to have friends. And it's also important for me to come live. Not that I feel I have to save everybody's life, but because we are friends and that we are human. And what makes us feel better is to talk to one another, to lean on each other sometimes. You know, Dirty Sanchez says, I was on the debate team in school. I was a master debater. Awesome. You know, I could tell something great about when you wrote something and when you write something, it's effective. And everybody says, you, Dirty Sanchez, you have everybody laughing too. It's some provocative stuff. Even with Mark, you catch him off guard. I love it when you catch Mark off guard. And what I love about it is that I know how it feels to live stream and be caught off guard because you're trying to stay poised. And he's, Mark can be dirty too. So y'all got that dirty 30. Y'all man, dirty. Huh, Andre, are you dirty? Are you dirty? Are you a dirty man? He said, yes. So I have to live with that 24/7, everybody. And I like it so much. Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a question for everybody. Maybe it's just me. I walk naked all the time around the house. When I'm doing content, I'm naked. Not trying to do a TMI thing, but because my whole life I had to get dressed, pantyhose, panty liners, freaking bra, all that crap every single day for over 30 something years. So I'm like, I don't want to wear clothes. All right, right now I'm wearing something. Trying to make sure the camera's not going so far low. But when I actually get up, I'm cool. I'm copacetic. But am I the only one? I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one. I know there's others out there. Don't make me feel foolish. I mean, okay, no one said anything. Well, let's move right along. What else do we have to read? Such a difficult crowd these days. Goodness, Lord have mercy. So that's what I wanted to chat also about when I was working for George Foreman. Hi, Najalista. Yeah. So what I was saying is that you work on the work that you've been given. And when you could see when you have a way of measuring your success, pin it on the wall, right? Show some great things you've done, that you've accomplished. And sometimes you don't have to wait for your reward from other people, even though it feels great, right? Print your own reward. Okay, so Lola, my question is, I was saying that I walk around naked a lot. I know it's TMI, but I'm comfortable talking about it. And I said my whole life, I've had to get dressed, the pantyhose, the bra, the girdle, the skirt, the blah, perfection, right? Because I worked up front. Okay, we all know that. So my question is, Do y'all do that? I just want to know. Let's see. It's I think it's a legitimate question. And the reason why I feel it's legitimate because people don't know that when you do that, it's good for your skin. Seriously, hubby and I, we don't go to bed with clothes on. I can't. I have a gay stepson. Okay. I'm not trying to laugh at the fact that you have a gay stepson, but just say, I'm not laughing because you have a gay stepson. I'm laughing that I can understand why you shouldn't walk naked. So I'm just letting y'all know it's very liberating. I do have an emergency robe over there, and I do have an emergency gown just in case, you know, Amazon knocks on the freaking door and I gotta go see what I ordered. So Tay Cowboy says, no need for clothing at home by yourself. Be free. Amen. Tay Cowboy. See, she knows what's up. So it's not uncommon, right? I mean, I'm normal. I'm normal. Me and hubby, we just started becoming early nesters. Um, Back to work, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day. You too, my love. Thank you, Tay Cowboys. Yeah. Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. He can smell when I release the crack. Drink some water. I'm not going to share that with my husband because he has 100 billion names for that. And we just can't do that here. You need to write down all these things dirty. And I know it's a pain in the butt to write things down. But if you write it down, publish a book. I swear. Um, so, nodulist everybody, I was saying to, I know that people are getting counseling, they're getting advice, they know what to do, right? Sometimes you're trying to get an idea of what other people are thinking, right? And I always tell people when I was saying I was working for George Foreman, the reason why I name dropped that was because I was strong enough to say, you know what? I don't want to work for you anymore. That was empowering because I knew when I went through the extremes of working too many hours and not getting paid for it, and it's a whole bunch of other stuff. It wasn't healthy for me. I was done. So, what that means is know your value. Derry Sanchez says, I've been told that before. Reflect on what really matters to you, which is your freedom. We have a lot of people that feels threatened because of the politics today. There seemed to have been a lot of action taken place to remove people from their homes, to separate families. And I can't help but to have this energy attachment to understanding the energy of understanding my heritage when families were separated and children were taken from moms and dads and the lynching, right? So the point is, reflect on what truly matters to you: freedom, family, creativity, and justice. And justice means not being treated unfair at the job. You work in an oil and gas field. You know what my son in law does? He works for oil and gas in the field, and he has a high position there. But the point is, the culture is challenging. My daughter and him are in a relationship, right? And they support each other, making sure that he gets paid, that he gets his rest when he comes home, that he's a gamer. He loves games. He has to have a time when he could just decompress or go fishing, right? Be with family. These are important things to do. And even if you feel that you have lost your way, please just get a pencil and paper, just write it down. It doesn't have to be a perfect format. You don't have to get overwhelmed and have go buy a diary or something from the bookstore. You don't have to do that. Just do you know? Let me share some with you. I have here. I get prescriptions that come in the mail. Okay, let me lock this up. And on the back of the prescriptions, it gives you a description in detail what the prescriptions are about. Right? Let me show you something. So this is my prescription. What I do, I black out my confidential information and I use this blank page to save on paper. Yeah. Write on the back of stuff. Just your thoughts. And you'll be surprised how much you accumulate just writing your thoughts down. Align your daily actions with those values so you're not just existing, but living intentionally. Know your value. And I know this sounds weird. We could sit up there and say, well, my boss should know my value. My wife, my girlfriend, my children should know my value. Sometimes you just have to tell people your value, even if they don't care. It does something for you. And then also pursue the purpose over perfection. Find something to pour yourself into, which is like a craft. And we talked about that, a calling, which I pour myself into doing movie watch parties. Connect with others and build a strong, authentic relationships. Give, also listen, and also love deeply. Life feels fuller when it is shared with people that you care about. Leave a legacy. Grow through challenges, struggles. Don't cancel it, that meaning of struggles out and feel bad because, oh, I don't want to use the word struggle because I'm not struggling. And maybe you're not able to identify what that means. Maybe sometimes denial, will put you in a place of comfort, and that's not healthy. Hello, everyone. If you want to know who I am, if you don't know, I'm Rhonda. Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. And I'm from Texas, and I am 1 hour and 23 minutes into my live saying hello to everyone. This is maybe my second or third live this year. Usually I would go several times a week, but I've been deep diving into some intentional things for myself, my psyche, and my spirit, knowing that I have friends here that I love and that I need to, be live more for also. Uh, the ability to find strength in difficulty is its own kind of wisdom. Everyone's path is different. Coyote! Hello, love, my coyote, my dirty Sanchez, my destiny is in the house. Lola Tay Cowboys went back to work. Jeff Lee's taking a nap. Tracy went to go to the pharmacy. Yeah, thank you for telling me your business. Because I care. Coyote swinging it. to hit that like, about to go back to work. Yeah, I think Michael Donna's off. I think Tay Cowboys went back to work. Thank you for coming by and smashing that like. And when y'all see a video, smash that notify, because believe it or not, I get analytics on notify. How cool is that? Thank you so much for swinging by, Coyote. Everybody, Nodulus, the 90s, Lola. Oh my God, all of you, Blue Velvet, everybody. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Swing it, Daddy. Swinging in to hit that like. About to go back to work. Dirty says, swing it, Daddy. Also, y'all, I plan to go live a lot during the football season. We're going to the Super Bowl. Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. I have to say it because ain't nobody else saying it. I gotta say it. Okay? And she feels free to shout out your team if it's not the Dallas Cowboys. We have people here that are not Dallas Cowboy fans. Not many. My husband's a Giants fan, everybody. For those who don't know, he's a New York Giants fan. So the question is, everyone's path is different, and what's meaningful today might shift. That's not failure when it shifts. It's a type of wisdom. The question is, what part of your life feels the most meaningful right now? Or are you still trying to figure that out? And Nodulus, the 90s, and Daydream, talking to you too, everybody, but really understanding that these trauma flashbacks can feel overwhelming, because when I've been sleeping a lot, then my husband says, Rhonda, you're sleeping 8 to 12 hours, right? Obviously, my body's telling me that I need it, because I used to be a workaholic. I used to have 2.5 full-time jobs, not including what I was doing at home, being a single parent, raising my beautiful daughters. It's very hard. 2 full-time jobs. Admin during the day for oil and gas, and I worked for Rig Data, and then we were bought out by S&P Global, headquarters out of England, one of the corporate offices out of New York and Houston. And then on the weekends, I did live-in, which was, I got paid 3 times more than working my day job. So putting that together, was able to travel a lot and accomplish a lot of things that I would not have been able to do before. I want to read that to tell people there who are dealing with trauma flashbacks that it can feel overwhelming, because I get those in vivid dreams. Like the past is barging into the present without warning. My dreams are very realistic. I mean, I've always wondered if I could act like a hoe in my dream and act out some things, but my dream doesn't allow me, because the core of myself is always being true to myself. And I'm a good girl. Hey, Destiny's Child. I'm so glad you're still here. I'm so glad I didn't run you away. Destiny's Child, it is overwhelming. Emotional trauma is overlooked. Yes. Because I still have those dreams. I'm a hoe. Dirty Sanchez. All right. You're a hoe, you're a hoe. You got to come clean. When you come clean, you can coping mechanisms kick in, and you won't feel so much as an outsider. You could be happy about it. You're not alone in this, and you're not broken for experiencing them. That's the thing, is getting rid of the guilt or the shaming that people put on you. There's a lot of judgment. There's a lot of shaming out there. It's the way that your mind is trying to process, and I'm I'm reading some notes here, trying to process something deeply painful that it didn't feel safe enough to deal with at the time. See, now I was telling you, sharing with you about my dreams. Hey, you can, you can act out with your husband. Yes, I can act out with your husband. And let me share this with you. With him, since we've been married, since we've been together, I've been able to really face some things and put some closure, y'all, on a lot of things. I have, because the support helps. I felt alone most of my life. I felt alone, even though I had two daughters. I was a single parent. I didn't bring men in my house. They were climbing through the window, getting some nookie. Because my daughters were smart, and I knew those little heifers would have a lot of things on me if they ever knew I was doing that. So guess what? I didn't have sausage for like 20 years. The less sausage I had, the more clear I could think. I know it sounds funny, but it's true. Sausage can distract. I'm just telling you. My eye. Does it mean I'm getting more money? But it's true. Me living a life of abstinence kept my head clear because I didn't have the stress and the worry of being in a relationship. It is very stressful. At that time in my life, it's not now. Eggplant! Shout out to Lola. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eggplants. If y'all want a recipe to fried eggplant, holler at your girl. Let me know. I'll tell you. I'm at a good place in my life, but I had to work to get there. And not when I say put in the work, I'm not saying overwhelm yourself on a daily basis. I would say that, listen to this again, that your mind is trying to process something deeply painful, that it didn't feel safe enough to deal with it at the time. And here are a couple of gentle grounding strategies that some people find helpful when a flashback hits. I'm helping myself too. I'm not lecturing anybody. I'm helping myself too. Uh, so, Dirty Sanchez, I don't have an eggplant. It's more like guess what? I love cocktail sauce. No, seriously, shrimp sauce. I do. Uh, so let's. Sorry, but size does matter. No. Hey, baby. Hi. We have a cat in the house. Have a cat in the house. Cat in the house. This is Nippy. Mother's in there with Daddy. Reconnect with the present. Nodulus and 90s, Daydream, y'all here? If you're not, then you can listen to the replay of the video. Use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. Name 5 things you see and 4 that you can touch. 3 you can hear, 2 that you can smell, and 1 you can taste. Interesting. Let's see if I can post this. And then Dirty says, it don't matter to me. Speaking about that. Okay, Daydream. Okay, let's go there. See, Daydream, this is a technique you could use. And I put it on there so you can copy paste it. because it helps me too. Reconnect with the present, which is called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. Name 5 things you see, 4 things you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you smell, 1 you can taste. The next one says hold something cool, like an ice cube, a cold drink. Physical sensation can anchor you. This is my ice cold water. Every time Andre goes to the freezer, he packs it with ice and something about cold water. And you know what? With my cat here, Nippy, I get like this bottle of water. My ex-wife's heart. She's gonna tilt that thing over. Uh, I know this sounds funny, but for y'all who have cats, speaking about stimulant. So I get this, and I cut it low for cats to drink. Because Nippy likes, I made a little drinking bowl because she knows. See how she's talking? She loves cold water. And I'm out of ice right now, but the water is very cold. So cats, Nippy, especially Nippy. Here you go. She likes cold water. And she likes a little ice. And what does cats have to do with what I'm talking about? Well, it's a stimulant. It says, like an ice, when you're getting this feeling of, we're talking about trauma flashbacks. These are tips. Hold something cool. Uh, the physical sensation could anchor you. And then Daydream says, don't judge people's mistakes without knowing the triggers behind them. Yeah, and let me prepare this for you. I was reading this book called Manage Upwards and Manage Sideways. It's a good book. People with work with corporate, drink me some water. People work corporate office, whatever you work around. Check out, I think it could be online free, but Manage Sideways and Manage Upwards. What does that mean? Manage sideways and manage upwards mean put yourself in a position of ownership. Yeah, you have a boss, you have a manager, you have superiority somewhere. But look at it as if you, because you manage yourself. What that means is don't have high expectations of others. So when you use language like don't judge people's mistakes without knowing their triggers behind them, there are going to be a lot of people that will judge people's mistakes and they don't care about your triggers. So this is where managing sideways, managing upwards mean. Yes, it's normal for you to give people your power, but at least you can educate yourself enough to know I'll give them a power because I have to give a form of respect to people out there, society, right? But also you have a main understanding of teaching yourself that you could speak kindly to yourself and that you could find ways to take your power back. And how do you take your power back is that you don't give it away by having expectations of others on how they should feel about you and how they should treat you. Yeah, there are ways you can fight it and demand it and in certain ways, but also it's very valuable to you to make sure in your heart and your psyche and in your mind that you don't have to pour always and expecting someone else to do everything for you or to know everything for you. Let me tell you this. So there was a person I was talking to, and Dirty Sanchez says, I only owned one cat in my life, and he was a son of, but he was funny when he wasn't attacking. Sorry you went through that. Oh, all my babies are sweet because maybe I know how to read them well. They have their own language, and we catify our house. Um, so we was talking about the techniques, right, of dealing with trauma, past traumas coming into the present. So I had a friend I was talking to. It's a person's name I can't say, but it's not important because y'all don't know him anyway. They would come to me for advice and they'd say, Rhonda, he should know how to treat me. He's a grown ass man. Just an example. That's really putting too much power into someone else. Just because someone is grown, it doesn't mean they have the capacity to understand like you do. Just because they're grown or they are a man or they are a grown ass woman, it doesn't mean they have the capacity. So what that means is don't give them the power. I didn't say treat them like a kid and disrespect them. But giving them too much expectations, what you have out could be overwhelming to your partner, could be overwhelming to your friend. And don't expect it. When you get to a point where when you feel like you don't have to have control over something that you really don't own, then you learn how to say, you know what? I'm not going to hold this person accountable for understanding my triggers unless that person loves you in an intimate way. Even best friends don't get it right. You see what I'm saying? So we could change that language and say, okay, you say, don't judge people's mistakes without knowing the triggers behind them. Guess what? Say, like, people will judge you for your mistakes, even if they know the triggers behind them. But you could take your power back by not having so much high expectations of what they should do to make you feel better about yourself. Daydream says family judges your mistakes when they don't know your triggers behind them. Exactly. And let me tell you this too, Daydream. 1990s, and welcome Destiny's Child, who's 25 years old. Y'all need to hook up too. Um, we have a lot of expectations from family because what we perceived and growing up under their care. Then what happens as we get older, we end up learning their flaws, right? We still love them. I am estranged from my mom and dad going on 6 years. I am proud about that because even though the world doesn't understand the details of what I went through, it was enough for me to become estranged, for me to either choose to stay with them and die or live, break away, and find my way, a happy place in my life, right? Just because out there are traditions and rules that you feel you have to live by, sometimes those traditions and rules can end up killing you, can end up making you sick. So you choose life or death. Choose life. So you could love family, but also don't have so much expectations. If some family can be stupid and silly and harmful and verbally abusive, don't give them the credit. Don't have expectations for them to treat you better. Move. Find a space where you could find a safe place. And this is what it means. Thank you, Daydream. Create a safe space. Set up a cozy corner with items that comfort you, like photos, scents, and music. I have something here that I love so much because I love cherries. All of you all who know me, I love cherries. And this is called Scent Bomb, and it's black cherry. Do you know every so often I'll spray it? Oh my God, black cherries. Oh, I love it. Black cherry. Tell me a story, Daydream. Set up a corner. Smells great. Set up a corner with items that comfort you, photos, scents, and music. Have a grounding kit. And we've talked about grounding kit, but in the past, when we were talking about grieving, nearby with objects that engage your senses, and also reach out like what you're doing now. You don't have to go through this alone. A trauma informed therapist can help you explore the roots of these flashbacks and build coping strategies. This is just little pieces. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist. I'm just someone who raised two daughters that are grown and are successful today. And it wasn't always rosy. No. But today they're beautiful. There were some moments that were challenging for me as a parent, but I survived. And there are some hard decisions that people will have to make to protect their sanity. A trauma informed therapist can help you explore the roots of these flashbacks and build your coping strategies. And trusted friends or support groups, even online, can offer a sense of connection and understanding. Your experience matters, and healing isn't a straight line. It's okay to have hard days. But each time you face a flashback, you're actually showing resilience. Dirty Sanchez says, I got a scent of love, but if I had it around my house all the time, people would think I run a fish market. Dirty Sanchez by Rhonda. I'm going back to work. I love you, Dirty. Thank you for the laughs, the joy. Okay, let me see. So I've been talking, hour 47 minutes. Let's see what I got over here. Let's see what I have in my special corner. Okay, this is going to make me cough. I have cherry lozenges somewhere. I don't know where it is. I have cherry throat lozenges. Oh, here they are. Bye. I love you, Dirty. Thank you for stopping by. Right here, throat lozenge. You can't see it. But right here, I have a shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My husband put it together for me. It's a black 5 tier shelf with all my favorites that fits in the corner. Really nice. Doesn't block the window. I have my window right here. See, when I tell you, when I share with you that I build things around me to make me feel good. In front of me is a big flat 80-something inch flat screen TV on the wall. My daughters bought this for me for Mother's Day. For my birthday. It's a lamp. It says, remember, I put things around me. And this says, also refers to if you need help. I can find you resources, techniques, or just sit with you in this moment. What feels more supportive to you right now? Daydream 1990s. Tell me a story. Okay. So, I didn't want to force feed you anything, but maybe these are some fresh new things that you probably already know. I'm sure you do. But sometimes we have to remind ourselves and give ourselves permission to do these things. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves. And sometimes it's good for someone else to remind you how beautiful you are, how special you are. You know, Destiny, Destiny's Child, Lola, Dirty Sanchez, Daydream 1990s, Nodulista 1990s, Coyote, Tay Cowboys, Jeff Lee, Jameson Taylor, um, Chris May, Blue Velvet, BV, um, Mike Aldana. There are times where all of us are human, and I'm gonna tell you something. When I mentioned George Foreman, it's a very important part of my life to mention him because there are some good experiences I've learned, but also understand that I poured into him too. And I use his name because he's famous, he's got a lot of money, right? But he's human. I remember sitting with him behind his house there where he used to live when I was working for him, which was in Kingwood, Texas. And I would bring his fan mail and bring him checks to sign and things like that. And he had a waterfall behind the back of his house. It was a beautiful waterfall. He got rid of all swimming pools because at his swimming pool in Marshall, Texas, on his ranch, he had a nephew that slipped and bumped his head and died. Right? No more swimming pools. It was the shape of an F, as in Frank. And I used to sit with him. He'd autograph gloves. He only had He only autographed gloves that had a 5013C certificate with it. He autographed gloves for nobody else, unless somebody on the street or whatever else he's doing. But there were times he just wouldn't do anything. He would just sit there, and we would talk. And he would say, and I'll share this with you, he would say, Rhonda, always remember to marry the person who knows the recipe to the hot water cornbread. Quote unquote George Foreman. Always remember to marry the person who knows the recipe to the hot water cornbread. And what that meant, you all probably know that hot water cornbread is po folks' best food to eat. When you meet somebody that knows that recipe, that means they know the recipe to surviving life. In case you have nothing else, that person knows that recipe where you could be able to survive. And I talk about things where I had dreams, very profound, clear dreams where George Foreman was dead. I was on the ranch in Marshall, Texas. His wife needed help. We used to live together. I was very close with his wife. His wife was my sister-in-law. And obviously, when I'm dreaming, I'm connecting to her energy in some way. Ever since I resigned working from him, I never chose to talk to them again. It's a choice, and I'm proud of my choice. And there's choices that people have to make where sometimes people are not going to be friends with you forever. Sometimes you just got to make a choice and say, I draw the line no more. But I do remember there are some good memories. And this is when a few people in the chat room, we were talking about trauma flashbacks. I also working for him, I had trauma. They were so paranoid that they blamed everybody for stealing from them, even their kinfolks, even their secretaries before me. They always was paranoid that someone was stealing from them. Certain things that no matter how close you might think you feel, when you know that there is something toxic, it's a sign that you have to clean house. And I share that with you because I know there's some things you can identify with what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be everything I'm saying, but there's some things that will go ding, ding, ding. There will be something that's relatable to you. Speak kind to yourself. Try repeating phrases like, this feeling is temporary, or I'm safe right now. Speak kindly to yourself. This feeling is temporary. When I woke up from that dream, do you know what I told myself? I'm so glad this wasn't real. Thank God this wasn't real. I'm okay. Thank God I'm okay. It's okay to talk to yourself when you have some flashback. Here's something else I wanted to post, sharing with you about creating a safe space. And also making sure you reach out. Because make sure that you reach out. I like Pop the Balloon. I like everything that has science behind it. I have so much respect for Nuns Mirage out of Nigeria. She's the one who is the originator of the original Pop the Balloon. I like her more than all of the rest, even though I like a lot of others, like T. Pendale. I like a lot of the others. But Nuns Mirage has more of a challenge. She created something that's not scripted. She's dealing with people in Nigeria. Do you know there's 3.2 something million people in Nigeria, and that's a small space in Africa? And people would say, oh, there's Nigerian cons, Nigerians taking money. There are companies there that are stealing a lot from people around the world. But not only is that an issue, but amongst their own people, they are conning each other. What that means, if you hear the stories of them trying to find love on Pop the Balloon, Nuns Mirage, Nons. Let me type this out. Hunt Game Show. Subscribe. Subscribe and watch from one to the last. Watch all of her videos. She says, hello, welcome to the best game show host. I'm your greatest hostess, Nuns Mirage, where I cure depression. She's taken upon herself where she understands that where she lives and how she helps people, she helps cure depression because suicidal rates are high in Nigeria, all over the country, but in Nigeria. And to find love where they're conning each other, they have these fancy names in America, poly relationships, all this other stuff. But there, is a very large signals culture where women are getting beat a lot. The murder rate is higher in the Caribbean and African countries than anywhere else. There are places like Afghanistan, Pakistan, those places, Iran, they're high too. But I'm just saying, as far as overall, your Caribbean countries and your African countries have more murders. Women basically have no rights. Some are getting highly educated and breaking through. There is a lot of advancement, but there's a lot of things still there where they're hurting and harming each other. Yeah, you can say black on black crime here, hurting each other here too in America. But understand, what's the population of Nigeria? AI? Oh my God, I have been so wrong. I said over 3 million. I'm sorry. It's 237.5 million people in Nigeria. That's why I said, let me look this up because something just didn't feel right. Nigeria's population is an estimate at approximately 237.5 million people, making it the sixth populous country in the world. That's nearly 3% of the entire global population packed into one nation. Why is that important to me? Because with Nun's Mirage, who takes accountability and says her show cures depression, she has people that comes to her show that are also homeless, who are asking for money, who have been beat, who are afraid to find love because they've been conned, men and women, mostly women. The urban population, about 55% live in cities, with Lagos being the largest. Median age is just 18.1 years. Nigeria has one of the youngest populations globally. Shout out to my friends who are in Nigeria. They are also subscribers of my page. I love you all. Thank you for being here. The growth rate is around 2.08% annually, adding over 4.8 million people each year. Why is this important? Because of the suicidal murder rates are high. And that's what we're talking about, mental health. So you have this lady called Nun's Mirage, who has a Pop the Balloon show, who is the originator of Pop the Balloon from Nigeria. Not that fancy, prissy, cute stuff. Just not trying to belittle anybody in America who has a Pop the Balloon show. But I'm telling you, she is the originator, and why her show matters to me, because she's dealing with people with real problems, and they're very transparent about their issues when they are trying to find love. You hear a woman on there saying that it doesn't happen all the time, but it will come out, where she's looking for love, and she says, the man, she says, why you pop the balloon? And she says, because he looks like he will beat me. These shows here in America don't talk like that. So you're dealing with real people, are dealing with real issues that are transparent about their real issues. Starvation and hunger, even though it's one of the most successful countries with the most successful economy. Still, can you think about having 237 million people in a small territory like Nigeria? I said 3 million. I was wrong. Sorry about that. That have a population of people who are 18 years. It's has one of the youngest populations globally. I'm going to find you her link and I'm going to inspire you all to subscribe. Read about her history. She's got a lot of education. She is amazing. I always find great things and I share them with you. And I ask you all to subscribe. And I ask you all, the prescription from Rhonda will be for you to subscribe and find her first video and work your way up to her most current video. Do not cheat and watch the stuff now because she's grown. Her channel has grown a lot since then, and there are some things she has upgraded. But start back from the first and work your way up and watch every video and don't skip it. I promise you that is the best therapy you could ever get. Her challenges are dealing with people who are dealing with a lot of things where she lives. I felt that we hit on a lot of wonderful spots with the heart and mind of what I wanted to talk about in today's show. And I think it's important because to find yourself and to be to find yourself and to be grounded, it's not just you having all the money or having all the wealth or having all the women or whatever. How to live a meaningful life without drama. It's not all about that. It's not all about the things that we try to pick, what we feel we should see and what our man should have or do, or what our woman should have or do. And they should be tall, not short. They should, there are some realistic things, but don't be so caught up in trying to pick people or friendships or relationships and be so shallow where you're missing the boat of a person who can make you feel like a millionaire every day. You know, my husband makes me feel like I'm the wealthiest woman in the world. I'm retired. I'm 59 years old and I have everything. I feel wealthy. And it doesn't have to be the wealthy how other people defines that. It's my definition. And that wealth is enriched with living a life of value and finding those positive things that I shared with you, where you can copy later. The after chat will be available to read. I don't block that. You can read it and highlight it, copy, paste, Control C, Control V. And we all want to send our prayers out to also Lola, who lost her fur baby, her family member, her pit bull. Please send out prayers for her and send her some love and comfort because it's very painful for her. And I can't imagine losing any of my fur babies, but I know it's going to happen because we understand the value of living things, right? 2 hours and 8 minutes into Rhonda's lovely sparks. Again, we have a new person here, Destiny's Child. I'm so happy to see you, and I hope to see you a lot in the future. I'm trying to get into the rhythm. Oh, you're welcome, Lola. In the rhythm of trying to find this niche that I have going. And I'm keeping the movies every Saturday night. Have a movie, Shark Fest, triple movie. Please come by and make this your home. Destiny's Child. And join the chat. We have loving, understanding people in our chat room. It's a safe place. And so Mondays I will have, not today Monday, but start next Monday, I will have replays. That means the rewatch replayed on Mondays and Tuesdays because there's a whole lot of people that are off on Mondays. And plus there's a lot of people overseas and stuff. And I'm working on also incorporating a 10-hour 10, 11, 12-hour watch parties that's going to play all night. And this is to tap into my brothers and sisters who are on different time zones, people who are on different work shifts who just want to chill. And the chat room will be open for you all to bring your friends, tell them to subscribe, and invite them to come to that chat room. And it'll be available for that many hours where you all could just hang out and watch a movie and be together. Because I don't know of any other really safe chat rooms that are open 10, 11, or 12 hours unless you go to Dateline. It's not necessarily true. Now, I don't know if it's done. I did hear that there were some closing arguments, Lola. And let me and I've been listening to Ashley, uh, which is my source for the trial because it's too much out there, and I just want to get some facts. And she uses the cuss words and the real words. She's not afraid to say the real things they said. I'm too grown to be trying to block out. Oh, and also I'm subscribed to Don Lemon. I'm subscribed to a lot of great people, but subscribe to Nuns Mirage. She's great. Watch from her first show and work yourself up because you will find the value of why I love her so much. There's things that happen on there, you'll be, oh my God. Oh my God. So Ashley Benefield dropped one day ago Diddy's defense. Oh, that was sickening. And I don't know what's going to happen. She's awesome. Let me see if I can find her. What I listen to also. I'm taking my time. I'm finding this important information to share my resources with you all of sustenance. Um, Even though I know people want to listen to God, you have a right to listen to what you want to listen to. I'm not judging you for that. But this is who I listen to. ASH.
And travel with him to Kid Cudi's house to confront Kid Cudi, all because Cudi
I've learned a lot from her because if I'm going to talk about the situation, I could depend on her resources. Ashley
He pointed out that according to Capricorn's own words, she loved Diddy.
It's not over.
She said Diddy had never even been to her house before.
At closing remarks, let me fast forward to the end and see what she's going to say about the trial. You know, she'll give you an update because she keeps updated every day. Let's see what she says. At the end of her show, she will say what's to expect. There's one girl that was watching. She was very animated. Really? Let me know who's that girl. Because I like some Ashley Banfield. What? She's good. The Astroglide and the baby oil. Maybe I should do a live too, just talking about that. Let's see.
Then they begin deciding whether that rapper should be convicted on charges.
I'm listening to her right now because I want to give you all the facts as to where they are right now. I know that the defense said some things. What, on Saturday? They got trial on the weekend too? Okay, here it is. Okay, now I'm there now where I can hear the update of where the trial is at. Deliberations are going right now.
I'm Ashley Banfield. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, the truth isn't just serious.
Okay, so there's deliberations going on right now. Who's that girl that's very animated, you said? Yeah, so I have been watching it through her because I don't get anxiety and a bunch of the stuff that I really don't want to hear, like a lot of the gossip and BS. Oh, you're trying to find her? Okay, cool. Um, so that's what well, until she finds her, I was waiting for Daydream also to share, and if she's don't want to share now, she can share anytime. She's not pressured to share because there's a lot for her to write about what she's going through. Um, so Saturdays, brand new 3 hour triple feature movie watch party, live streaming, chat, live chat, polls, trivia. Late. And thanks for the comment. Means a lot. You're welcome. A pleasure. And I mean that. I mean that, Chris May. Welcome back. Polls. I love featuring vintage commercials. I will always feature vintage car commercials. There'll be maybe some cigarette vintage, but basically vintage cars. I will always feature every Saturday a retro a rhythm reel, REEL, which means I'm featuring a celebrity back in the day like Donna Summer and Etta James. So I'll be featuring Howlin' Wolf this Saturday. So I have that inside. I also have a what you call a bestie movie bestie contributor. Tracy Lee, people in the chat can contribute via email and send that to me. So he's contribute a video with Sanford and Son. He contributes every week, and I love that. So that's open for people to contribute a video for me to feature in the watch party. There's 2 intermissions. There's my promos, which are pretty cool. If you go to my page, my YouTube channel, you'll see that I have some new promos I have out there. And I'm going to add to what I already have. I'm not getting rid of what I'm already doing. I'm adding. Got Shark Fest, like I said, 5 hour. I think it's a 5 hour video watch party. And so it's so much. And I'm going to set claim to this. And if y'all know if it's different somewhere else, holler at your girl. But I'm setting claim that I have the biggest watch party online. Biggest watch party online. And what that means is when I have fun facts, some interesting things on actors and actresses and their history, and some educated things about the movie and the plots, and vintage cars that are featured in the movies. Vintage cars, they're highlighted on Retro Tuesdays, and they also highlighted in the live watch parties. I highlight the vintage cars, so we do like vintage car sightings in the movie, and we identify the cars. The list goes on. And always make sure you check out the description because I have the movie lineup in the movies. What do you think about Kristen Rock? Who is that? Risean Rock. A rapper reality. Let me see. Kristen Rock. I don't know them. Let me see. Says that she's a social media figure. I like anybody that has a voice and uses their voice. I see there's some drama where she faces backlash for sticking her fingers in. She's a pretty girl too. She's sticking her fingers in Miss Nikki's birthday cake. She's a nutcase. I'm watching some stuff on here. Lefty Gunplay was so annoyed that Kristen Rock. So she has a channel. You subscribe to it? If you're watching her, I'll subscribe to her. She's a beautiful girl. Wow. It's pretty. Hell no. No, it's a hell no. I'm just not hearing about it. Kristen Jr. enjoying playtime in his bouncer. Oh, she's got a little baby. Blueface dad shows Kristen's living conditions after. Yeah, it looks like she's getting a lot of. It's. I'm not on her website, but I see a lot of people talk about her. 5 days, Kristen Rock picks up her things after Blueface kicks. So I wanted to share with you all. Also, I take suggestions. So if there's a live that a topic you want me to cover, send me an email. Uh, about her. Send me an email. You all moderators, you all have a different email, and and then just let me know if there's a topic you want me to cover. It's P Diddy, Astroglide, and baby oil, and hanging people over the balcony, blowing up their cars. Just let me know, because I could brief. If I don't know about it, I could brief myself real quick, and I can have a strong opinion and make a good talk about it. My opinion. People ask me my opinion. I like giving my opinion because I've lived a pretty good life where I've learned a lot of things. I got a lot to talk about. And then when I find that girl report, I'll say, okay, that's fine. That's fine. There's no hurry. Even if you can't find it, it's okay. I don't want you. I know you're at work and you're busy. My other person I like is Kicking It with Two Cold. I like his. He's out of Indianapolis. I like his Pop the Balloon. I like Deezy and Shawnee Rose. She's going to have a baby. I like her. So I have a lot of them. But my favorite, number one, is Nun's Mirage. And the second favorite is Arlette Amole. I like her too. Okay, everybody, look at here. We have made it to 2 hours, almost 2 hours and a half. I think I'll keep chatting until we get to 2 hours and 30 minutes. Again, don't forget to send me an email, everybody. If you have a show suggestion, or if you have something, a video you want me to put in a watch party, or if you have a topic that you'd like me to cover, send me that email and I will look into it and will let you know if I will do it. Most of the times I do. I haven't told anyone no. No, I don't. I talk about politics and everything. I talk about politics in a friendly way. And speaking of politics, the big beautiful bill I think has been passed. I'm really not sure. Let's do some facts here. Big beautiful bill passed. Let's check the status on that by Trump. Not quite yet, but it's getting close. The one big beautiful bill of sweeping tax and spending package championed by President Trump. He has cleared a major procedural hurdle with the Senate. 51 to 49. That means it's now headed for final debate and a potential vote. Daydream says the story is the very first week of eighth grade year. This girl started a feud with me out of jealousy. Okay, I read that. The Senate cleared a key procedural vote, setting up a final vote. Now let's see what's in that vote. What's in the big beautiful vote? Trump's big beautiful bill. It extends the 2017 Trump tax cut, slashes Medicaid and SNAP spending. It boosts defense funding, controversially includes a 10-year ban on state level AI regulations. Controversy. Critics say it could cause millions to lose health coverage and add trillions to the national debt. Elon Musk called Elon Musk called it utterly insane and destructive. So it hasn't been officially passed yet, but if the Senate approves it, it will go to the House for final uh, reconciliation, uh, and it will head back there before landing on the president's desk. And I can also get a breakdown of the bill. Uh, it says, want to break down what's in the bill and how it might affect you. Let's see. Yes, I want a breakdown of the bill and how it might affect me. Okay, so what's in the bill? The sweeping legislation touches on taxes, healthcare, defense, energy, and social programs. Here are the highlights. Tax cuts extended. The bill aims to make the 2017 Trump tax cuts permanent, which could mean lower federal income taxes for many Americans. No taxes on tips and overtime. Uh, I know that's interesting. No taxes on overtime. Uh, and I know Mark's son will be happy because I think he works for delivery, so he won't get taxed on tips and overtime pay. Healthcare changes, Medicaid work requirements. Some adults may need to meet work requirements to stay eligible for Medicaid. Understand Medicaid is different than Medicare. Cuts to Medicaid funding, states may receive less federal support, which could affect access to care. It's not good. SNAP food stamps adjustments, states with high error rates in SNAP payments might have to cover part of the cost, potentially leading to reducing the benefits of SNAP, which is stricter eligibility. Last one is defense and border security, increased funding for military and border enforcement. Oh, and the last one is energy and environment, cuts to green energy programs and incentives for domestic energy production. How this will affect a middle income worker. Likely to see a modest tax cut and possibly benefit with from no tax or tips on overtime. On Medicaid, you might have to face new work requirements. Medicaid. I've heard a lot of people on the news mispronounce and say Medicare. It's Medicaid. If you're receiving SNAP benefits, there could be stricter eligibility. If I'm a senior citizen, it may benefit from higher standard deductions and tax relief on retirement income. Living in a rural area, some provisions aims to stabilize rural hospitals, but Medicaid cuts could offset the gains. The big picture of all this, and this is just short and simple, while the bill offers tax relief and incentives for work, it also includes significant spending cuts. Especially in healthcare and social programs. The Congressional Budget Office estimates it could add a $2.4 trillion to the deficit over the next 10 years. All right, so that'll give you all an update on what's going to affect you financially and in your personal life. And remember, I shared some tips on how we could deal with trauma and trauma that keeps resurfacing. I posted some tips, and then Daydream mentioned the last comment about she's having a story. We're going to talk about that too. And because I have a story to also share with you next time about that I was bullied in school, and we could talk about that too, which I'm looking forward to, our topic of healing. So I just wanted to share with you, we are 2 hours and 29 minutes into Rhonda's lovely sparks. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you so much for being here. And trust me, it's more than just a thank you. I know you all go to a lot of live streams and a lot of people are telling you thank you. Well, trust me, I'm being honest with you, and I feel they are too. It's a lot of hard work. It's a labor of love. It's a labor of love for even me as a content creator, connecting with people around the world and being able to say something and make a difference in your life, because you surely make a difference in my life, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the connection. And we look forward to the movie watch parties. New people, new Shark Nation in the house, new subscribers. Hit that notify, like, comment, share. And also make sure that you go into the notify, click that, and we'll see you uh, Saturday for the movie watch party, 8:15 Central Standard Time, 6:15 uh, Western Pacific Time, and Eastern Standard Time is 9:15 p.m. Let's stay connected. I love you all. And thank y'all so much for being here. And I'll see you all again soon. Probably tomorrow, probably in a couple of days. I'll be back. And thanks for the inspiration. I appreciate you all being here to help support me to be successful and keep this thing going. Love you all and thank you. And I'll see you. Let me pull this down. I'll see you soon.